Well, a very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. Under this tree, remember, this is Kenya's most comprehensive political and public governance analysis show. We are actually keen on monitoring all that is taking place in this country, and I'm always glad to bring you up to date with comprehensive analysis of the same. We even have our eyes across borders. My good name is Evans Okinya. I'm here with Wakili Willis Otieno, of course, is a constitutional lawyer, political analyst, as well as the aspiring deputy president of this country in come year 2027. I hope this time round you people are going to be on the ballot.
The voice of the people is the voice of God.
The voice of the people is the voice of God.
If the people have decided that I should replace Gachagua, the people will elevate us to that office. But not just for our own glory, but to the glory of the people. What is it that we represent? We represent the quest of the people for economic liberation. As we believe, politics and governance should be about the economy, nothing else. There is no better freedom than to have economic freedom. Because then you become a little king in your own space. You don't have to look up to a politician to give you handouts. You are able to make decisions when you are conscious. And you are able to tell bullshit when it's being served on you. Tell a politician this bullshit. You don't have to go to his political rally for somebody to lie to you, to manipulate you, use tribe as a barrier to limit your growth. And yet them they grow fatter every day. No. That is what as we believe in. Cut this chain of oppression.
How are you, by the way?
I'm okay.
How is your party leader?
Jim is good, despite the harassment by the state. He's not cowed. He will continue injecting, providing civic education on the economy of this nation and to open the eyes of the people of Kenya on how government works and how the economy should work to their benefit, not to the benefit of those who are in leadership office.
Let's get to what is actually going on in the country currently. There are talks about all these things taking place. You see, sometimes I wonder what we are as a country, because we've got a country that needs to be run, an economy that needs to be improved, but at the same time, ever since the president was sworn in, it's politics throughout. Yesterday, the president was speaking, and he was saying that we need to stop politicking. I wonder what he meant by that. At the same time, they talk about impeachment of the deputy president is also back. Of course, Herman Manyora telling the president to shake off that rattlesnake thereon. I don't know why all this is taking place and what you make of all these things. Do you think that perhaps Kenyans these people are actually distracting us from the reality of what?
Of course, they're trying to distract you from their failures. All this talk that you see akina Herman Manyora, those Kenya Kwanza failures engaging, it's just meant to distract you from their failed policies. William Ruto has been campaigning here since the day he was elected. He's never stopped. But he's unable to perform. He's unable to deliver. And he will not deliver. He will not perform. That one take to the bank. So he tries to distract you that maybe it's the politics, drag you into politics, impeach Gachagua. You buy yourself another 1 month, people discussing Gachagua. We don't care about Gachagua. Kenyans don't care about Gachagua, by the way. They don't care about Herman Manyora. They don't care about Ndindi Nyoro. They don't care about William Ruto. They only care about the economic liberation. Kenyans want to see a government that makes sense to them. Make it make meaning to us. Kenyans want money in their pockets. They want an economy that is functional. So the politicians will wish we are back to the old system. And I told you 25th of June was a momentous occasion in this nation. On the 25th of June, the writing was on the wall. Mene, mene, tekel. The people rejected the old politics of manipulation. What William Ruto knows. We're just discussing everyday politicians. We've rejected it. We don't care. Kenyans now care about themselves. And whoever is going to be their leader must be somebody who facilitates their self-actualization, their economic empowerment. If Gachagua is a DP or not, who cares? Doesn't add any food on anybody's table. Doesn't reduce the university school fees. Doesn't improve our healthcare system. We don't care. Kenyans just want things that work for them. But William Ruto and his team represent the old. We are in the new. For the old is dead and the new has arisen. The new is birthed. That is where Kenyans are. They are still in the old. They will be swept away, all of them. The avalanche, the tornado that is coming, the public anger of Kenyans, when it shall be unleashed on Kenya Kwanza, on that election day, they will not believe it. They will not believe it, I assure you. These Kenyans, they think are fools. They are not fools. Kenyans are now the wiser. Kenyans are now exposed. Kenyans are now educated. Kenyans are knowledgeable. And they know what is right and what is wrong. And they've decided that Kenya Kwanza is wrong. It represents their past that they don't want to be reminded of. So their continued occupation of office is just but a reminder, a signpost to that past that we should never go back to. It is not our future. It's not our present. Our present is how we are going to get them out of office. When that time comes, you will not see anybody from Kenya Kwanza who will hang here at trying to claim re-election. Okay. They will not. Because the values that they stand for, their mode of governance, is not about the people. But we've crossed the Rubicon. We're into a new Kenya, where human dignity and the freedom of the individual, economic freedom of the individual is key. They are not in that space. And they cannot be in that space. Because then they thought they were going to govern Kenyans based on the old template, where it was always Wakubwa. When you look at even all our constitutional amendment making processes, the overriding consideration has always been the system of government, seats for politicians. Kenyans don't care anymore. They don't need those seats for politicians. In fact, right now, even you have a robust conversation now, we can even amend the constitution and reduce the number of governors. And you'll see Kenyans say it's, why not? Before that was not possible. Everybody was owning their county. We don't care about those things anymore. We only care about a system of government that makes sense to us, that responds to my individual needs, my economic challenges, my health challenges, my social challenges, education, a working healthcare system. That's what we care about. Jobs for our young people. What policies are you implementing? And what's their impact on my dinner table when I go home? That is what Kenyans care about. Not this rubbish from Kenya Kwanza. No one cares about that. I
want us to get into the impeachment kind of debate, in as much as you're saying whether Gachagua is there or not, that's inconsequential. But then at this particular point in time, I know this is not the first president we are having, and this is not the first deputy president that we'll be having. But in case such kind of stuff happens whereby we see some sort of a difference between the deputy president and the president, do you think that perhaps impeachment would be the way to go?
You know, what is government? Government is about the people. That's why I've asked you, where are the people? The people don't care about Gachagua, by the way. They don't. Whether he's in office, he's out, they don't care about him. People care about their own welfare. But those are sideshows. The politicians of old still think that Kenyans care, that they will spend enough energy debating Gachagua, whether he should be impeached or not. No one cares. That was their marriage. Gachagua and Ruto's marriage. They can sire children, they can divorce, they can add mpango wa kandos, you can marry a second wife for all you care. But Kenyans don't care what's happening in that home. Don't even waste your time analyzing it. Analyzing it for what end? To what end? Because it's not representing the people. Ruto is not representing the people. Gachagua is not representing the people. So why should the people care about what happens there?
Do we agree that we have a problem as a country, an economic problem?
Of course. That is what Kenyans care about.
And that is why I'm asking you, do you think that taking Gachagua off the table would actually solve our problem?
How will Gachagua solve the economic problem if he's taken out of the table? When William Ruto is calling Adani here to steal our airport and run our healthcare system, run our energy sector. How? How will it solve our economic problems? Taking out Gachagua, will it reduce the university school fees? Will they enhance funding to university students because Gachagua is out of office? Will they employ more GSS teachers because Gachagua is out of office? As I tell you, Kenyans don't care. The people who have been going on the streets, even different sectors, that have been demonstrating, they're not demonstrating because of Gachagua, whether he's in office or not. They don't care about him. No one cares about Gachagua. Gachagua lives rent-free in the head, in the brain of Kimani Chungwa and those Kenya Kwanza MPs. He does not live anywhere in the minds of the people of Kenya. They don't care about him. The people of Kenya only care about their issues, socio-economic issues, the pain they are feeling in their homes. That is what they care about. They can do whatever they want to do with Gachagua. No one cares. And we hope they do it. Maybe Gachagua will gather enough courage to also throw more stones to tell us what they are doing that is causing us this economic pain. Yeah, then now Kenyans will pay attention. If you start telling us, okay, the economic pain you're facing is caused by this, this, and this that William Ruto and these people are doing.
Why are you saying that maybe he'll gather enough courage?
If he gathers, because he's a coward.
So you believe that there is
He's a coward. No, he knows.
You
Of
believe
course
there is something he knows?
Of course he knows. He's been in the rooms. He's been in the room. He knows. He will know more about the Adani deals than we know today.
He's on record questioning where did we lose the tax.
Yes, but he has not told us the discussions in the rooms. So maybe if they impeach him, it will make him speak. He can just be pointing us to more directions on why there is economic pain. Then Kenyans will pay attention to him. But at this point, he's fighting over what? His own comfort. Food on his table. A position for himself. When our young people are not in school, our mothers are dying in hospitals. No. Kenyans don't care, imagine. They don't.
When you compare and contrast, what do you think is the difference between the kind of situation that Gachagua finds himself in right now versus what Ruto found himself in a few years back?
I'm telling you, Kenyans don't care. Our mind cannot even analyze. You are still discussing seats for politicians. We are not there. Kenyans don't care about these people. Let me tell you, Okinyi, where we are mentally, our psyche as a nation today, we don't care about these people. They're only legends in their own heads. So even when you start comparing Gachagua and Ruto during Uru's, we don't care. Good for him. He's deputy president. Good for him and his family and his friends.
And the reason why I was asking that question is because you see we saw Ruto actually walk out, and in as much as
when did Ruto walk out?
Resign,
when did he walk out?
Just listen, not walk out in terms of literally walking out, but then in as much as he did not resign, but he was there speaking against the president and castigating
What did Ruto ever say about the president that Uru was doing? When you ask yourself now, forget about now the heat of politics. What did he ever tell you about what Uru was doing?
He said...
Did he share with you any deal Uru was doing? Tell
not
me.
really. But he said that these people are not aware of the economic pain that they are causing.
What I'm telling you, before, we could discuss politicians. So you could come and we discuss Ruto and Uru have fallen out.
Okay.
We discussed that. We closed that Rubicon on the 25th of June. We don't care about those politicians. They can hang each other for all we care. The only time we'll get our attention, tell us how he's causing us this economic pain. Give us details.
That is why I'm
Give us details.
Will you expect the deputy president now to actually come out,
if he has,
and tell us what is happening
If he's courageous, he will come and tell us, this is the Adani deal. This is what Adani gave. This else is what they are doing in this sector. This is the person who did the fake fertilizer. You see, then we'll say, okay, he's giving us information that is helping us understand why the pain. This is the number of debts they are taking that is not coming into the country, the fake debts, the odious debts that they have taken. So that one Kenyans will pay attention to because he will be contributing to Kenyans understanding the economic pain and knowing which buttons we need to press to reset the nation further. But if he's still just complaining about Gachagua deputy, no one cares. Imagine Okinyi, no one cares. He can be there, he cannot be there, no one cares. Unless he comes into the space where Kenyans are. The space where Kenyans are is they are dealing with the economic pain. So if he wants to be relevant, let him come and talk in this space.
Okay.
And give info. Then they will pay attention. Otherwise, he can be impeached in the morning and in the afternoon, Kenyans will still be on the streets doing their usual things. No one will shed a tear for Gachagua that he's lost his job.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the truth.
But then Duale says respect to the president is paramount here. Of course, maybe people would assume that he was directing that to the deputy president. But then if at all he can be courageous enough and do what you're saying here, then that would perhaps not actually mean respect to the president.
Okinyi, move away from that mindset. Adani deal goes against our laws. If Gachagua comes and tells us more about that Adani deal, how is that disrespect to the president?
Okay.
How is that disrespect?
Then
See, he'll be acting in compliance with Article 10 of our Constitution on transparency and accountability. Yeah, which applies and binds all state organs and state officers.
Then what did the environment
You are still in the point of sycophancy, where the president should never be questioned. Who said?
That is
He's not a
That is
demigod.
what the CS was saying, and that is why I'm asking you. What do you make of his statement?
So what I'm telling you, that is stupid. That's a full statement. Eh? Gachagua only owes his loyalty to the Constitution of Kenya, not an individual. Do what the Constitution expects of you. If it is in the best interest of the people of Kenya to speak, he should speak. Give us the information.
Okay.
Share it with Kenyans. Then at that point you can say, he's contributing to the economic liberation of the people and actualization of the provisions of our Constitution. Anything short of that, they can abuse each other in Kenya Kwanza for all we care. They are fighting over loot. They are not fighting for the welfare of the people. The disagreement between Gachagua, Gichungua, Duale, Ruto is because of they can't agree on how to loot, how to share the loot. It has nothing to do with good governance and service provision to the people of Kenya, how to liberate us from economic pain. So why should Kenyans who are feeling the economic pain care about it? I don't care. And I believe so many other Kenyans don't care. Those in that space cares. Some of them you'll find them coming to these comments to say they care. Fine, it's okay, you're in Kenya Kwanza, you care, continue with it. As a Kenya Kwanza problem, not our problem. Don't bring it to us. But if it comes to where we are, about this economic liberation, then Kenyans will pay attention. Because that is where they are.
Okay. We can't be politicking day and night since 2022 elections. Those are the words from the president.
You believe him?
What do you make of them?
You believe him? When he's not flying, he's lying. So why do you believe him? The less said, the better.
He's lying, ama he's planning to fly.
Yeah, it's one of those two. It's either lying or flying.
So I saw a reporter say when the president is not flying, he's planning to fly. You are saying when he's not flying, he's lying.
He's lying, yeah. So why do you want to waste time discussing it? See, the sweetness of a pudding is in the eating.
Okay.
Look at his conduct the last 1 year, 2 years. Every weekend on car rooftops. What is he doing? Politicking. When he pays crowds to attend his rallies to cheer him, what is that? It's politicking. I mean, let's not waste time discussing Ruto.
He says that
we have more important things to discuss.
He says that he's a different type of president who would like to keep more in touch with the people.
By politicking, right?
That's what he said back
then. The same person says now we should stop politicking. We should focus on service provision. I mean, Okinyi, we don't have to discuss Ruto. Why do you waste people? Kenyans have most pressing issues to discuss than Ruto. We've all identified the problem. It is Ruto and his failed economic policies. So we just give him, let's focus on the future. Not him. This is a done deal. He's failed. He has shown us his true character. He cannot perform. Last time I gave them a D minus, now I give them an E. E for elephant. The elephant in the room is their incompetence. They can't perform. That's their scorecard.
So you're saying the president can't perform?
And his entire cabinet.
All this political stuff that is happening right now is meant to confuse Kenyans and perhaps maybe deter them from getting focused on what is ahead. Now, Wakili, how easy do you think it is, it will be for this pain that Kenyans are actually feeling right now to translate into votes in 2027?
Wait and see.
That
the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating. When Kenyans are in pain, they will not stay at home. They will make their electoral choices viciously, aggressively, loudly, and vociferously. They will be out in their numbers and they'll defend their votes. They'll protect it. They will install a leader and to whom they have faith will actualize the economic liberation. William Ruto is done. He's not that leader. He's the cause of the pain. Let's focus on who are the alternatives. That's the conversation we're having now as a country. Who next?
And you believe your team?
Jimmy, Willie. We've offered ourselves. And we'll talk to Kenyans and explain ourselves to Kenyans. They'll question us. When we make sense to them, they will vote us. Kalonzo also is doing his campaign. He will make his case. If he makes sense, they'll consider him. Gachagua may also decide to run on his own. He will explain himself to Kenyans. If he makes sense, they'll give an answer. But when we make sense, they will vote for us.
What makes you stand out?
We are about economic liberation. And we've said the economic platform that this country is run, the demand-side economics, cannot work. Us, we are supply-side economists. That's what we believe in. Big difference. You'll never hear us telling you, Serikali will do this, Serikali will do this. No. Supply-side economy is about reduced tax, reduced government over-regulation of a sector, and empower the private sector. Yeah. Those are the three key pillars. And the private sector, I mean you and him, the individual. The things we'll do will be about empowering the private sector, the individual. The private sector will be the drivers of economic development. Government just becomes a facilitator of that economic development.
Well, that is Wakili Willis Otieno here from the family of Nairobi Review. We say, Letu Jicho, our eyes are focused on all political developments in this country, and we are here to do exactly that, keep you updated with comprehensive analysis of the same. Ladies and gentlemen, till we have this conversation, have yourself a lovely day, and thank you for watching. My name is Evans Okinyi.